Manhattan is one of the most recognizable places on Earth, a skyline known worldwide. But its story stretches back thousands of years before the first skyscraper ever pierced the sky. Long before Europeans arrived, the island was home to the Lenape people, who called it Mannahatta, often translated as the island of many hills. It was a rich landscape of forests, freshwater streams, rocky outcrops and abundant wildlife. Fishing, hunting and trade routes shaped life here, and the island was part of a much larger indigenous network across the region. In 1609, English explorer Henry Hudson, sailing for the Dutch East India Company, entered the harbour and travelled up the river that now bears his name. His voyage opened the region to European trade. By 1624, Dutch settlers had established a small outpost at the southern tip of the island, calling it New Amsterdam. In 1626, Dutch governor Peter Minuit is said to have negotiated a purchase of Manhattan from local Native Americans for goods valued at around 60 guilders. While often simplified into the famous $24 story, the exchange reflected a profound misunderstanding between European land ownership concepts and indigenous land use traditions. New Amsterdam grew into a bustling trading port, protected by a defensive wall on its northern boundary, along what is now Wall Street. But in 1664, English warships entered the harbour, and the colony surrendered without a fight. The settlement was renamed New York, in honour of the Duke of York. Through the 18th century, Manhattan developed as a commercial centre and played a major role in the American Revolution. After independence, New York briefly became the first capital of the United States. In 1789, George Washington was inaugurated here on Wall Street, marking the city's early political importance. The shape of modern Manhattan was determined in 1811, when city planners adopted the Commissioner's Plan. This bold design imposed a strict grid of numbered streets and avenues across most of the island, a practical layout that allowed the city to expand rapidly northward. By the late 19th century, immigration and industrial growth transformed Manhattan. Millions arrived through nearby Ellis Island, bringing languages, cultures and ambition. Advances in steel construction led to the birth of the skyscraper. Buildings rose higher and higher. The Chrysler Building, the Empire State Building, completed in 1931, turning Manhattan into a vertical city. The 20th century brought both triumph and tragedy. The Great Depression tested its resilience. Wall Street became synonymous with global finance. Broadway defined theater. And in 2001, the attacks on the World Trade Center reshaped Lower Manhattan forever. From Lenape homeland to Dutch trading post, from British colony to financial capital of the world, Manhattan has constantly reinvented itself. Yet beneath the glass towers and traffic, the original island still exists, an ancient rock at the center of a modern empire.